Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to have a look at inverse variation, and I want us to say this about inverse variation. That when two variables are inversely proportional, an increase in one variable will correspond to a decrease in the other by the same factor. That when two variables are inversely proportional to each other, an increase in one variable will correspond to a decrease in the other by the same factor. Now, for example, having two variables, that is x and y. Now, we can say that y varies inversely as x. That is, y varies inversely as x. And in this case, this is the sign of proportionality. And if I introduce a constant, then this sign of proportionality will disappear. And again, I also introduce an equal sign. And therefore, the equation connecting x and y will be y equals to k over x. Now, y and x are variables, but k is a constant. Y and x are variables, but k is a constant. Now, let us have a look at an example. Now, the question is, given that P varies inversely as Q, and that when Q equals to 3, P equals to 1 over 6. Find P when Q equals to 9. Now, let us have a look at the solution. They say, given that P, that is P, varies inversely as Q, varies inversely as Q. So I want first to write the equation connecting P and Q. That is by introducing a constant and also equal sign. We shall have, that is P equals to K over Q, where P and Q are variables, but K is a constant. Now, they say, and that when Q equals to 3, P equals to 1 over 6. Now, in this case, we shall substitute Q with 3 and also P with 1 over 6 in this equation connecting, that is P and K. No, not P and K, but P and Q. Now, in this case, we shall have, that is our P as, this implies that our P is 1 over 6 equals to K, we don't have, that is a constant, we need to find out. Then Q, which is here, is 3. And in this case, I want to remain with K alone. I want to know what is the value of K. Now, in this case, I will multiply by 3 on both sides, and therefore we shall have, that is K equals to 1 over 6 times 3. And if I simplify by 3, 1 by 3, 2, and therefore my K will be a half. The value of K will be a half. And now if I write the equation connecting P and Q, I will substitute K. And therefore I will have, that is P equals to, instead of K, I shall have a half. That is a half, then over Q. And in that case, I can write, that is P equals to 1 over 2Q. I can write it that way. Now, let us have a look at our question. That they say, when Q equals to 3, P equals to 1 over 6, find P when Q equals to 9. They say, find P when Q equals to 9. Now, we need to find P. We need to find P when Q equals to 9. And therefore, instead of Q, in this equation connecting P and Q, I will substitute Q with 9. Therefore, I shall have 1 over 2. Instead of Q, I will have 9. And in that case, we have P as 1 over 2 times 9, which is 18. And therefore, the value of P is 1 over 18.